And now we begin to realize and detect that the renegades who grabbed power in Damascus, meaning Muawiyah and his camp, Muawiyah and Amr ibn Al As and those who were with them, had something in common with the internal opposition that was in southern Iraq. And that is, my enemy's enemy is my friend. Even though the dissidents, these Khawarij that we are speaking about, was as hostile to Muawiyah as they were to Imam Ali. So now, a new development unfolds, and that is concerning Egypt. The governor at that time over Egypt was appointed by Imam Ali, and he was Qais ibn Sa'd ibn Ubadah al-Khazraji al-Ansari. Remember, Al-Ansar were excluded. They felt excluded, and Imam Ali wanted them to be included in the administration of the Islamic State. And one of the decisions that was made to bring them in was to appoint the leader, the son of the leader, of one of the two leaders of Al-Ansar, and that was Qais ibn Sa'd ibn Ubadah al-Ansari, to be the governor of Egypt. When he was governor of Egypt, most of the people of Egypt concurred, agreed that he be their governor. But there were some who had their doubts, and they could not see themselves governed by this person. So they were like neutral or passive towards the governor that they had. And Qais ibn Sa'd was a seasoned man, and his approach to these types was to pedal soft with them and not take them on. And Muawiyah wanted to know, which side is this Qais on? Qais ibn Sa'd. So he began to correspond with him. And the governor of Egypt began to reply to this correspondence in a way that Muawiyah could not sense which side he is on, Qais is on. So finally, what Muawiyah did, and this is why we're not concerned with this king in the making, what he did was he forged a letter. And this letter, Muawiyah made it appear as if Qais ibn Sa'd wrote it to the people of Iraq and to Imam Ali. And in it he says, Muawiyah says, on behalf, making it appear that Qais is saying this, that he wanted to show more understanding for the Uthmaniyya cause, meaning for the grievances that were expressed by Muawiyah and his camp. And this letter arrived in Al-Kufa. And Imam Ali was not fooled by this letter, but public opinion once again was influenced by the contents of this letter. So now remember this public opinion that we are dealing with. Now this public opinion appears once again, and it says that Qais ibn Sa'd should be relieved of his position as the governor of Egypt. And because of this, reluctantly, Imam Ali relieves Qais of his position, and he replaces him with Muhammad, the son of Abi Bakr. Now there's a contrast between Qais and Muhammad. Qais ibn Sa'd and Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, number one, was a young person. He wasn't as mature and as old and as seasoned as Qais was. He was more enthusiastic. He was more inclined to use force against those Egyptians who were reluctant to acknowledge the governor of their own land. Qais ibn Sa'd ibn Ubadah did not participate in the uprising against Uthman. Muhammad, the son of Abi Bakr, participated in that uprising against Uthman. These being the distinguishing features, Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr 3 times took on those inside of Egypt who would not express their loyalty to the administration of Egypt. And in the 3 times, he did not succeed to score a military victory against these now what appear to be pro-Uthmani types. And as a result of that, Imam Ali replaced him with Malik ibn al-Ashtar al-Nakha'i. And what do the people who are running their power show in Asham do? Amr ibn Al As and Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan, what do? They manage to place poison into the food of Malik al-Ashtar and poison him to death. Another reason why what they did is not what they did, meaning what Muawiyah and Amr ibn Al As did, is not an Islamic standard. These were people who were pursuing power. And to substantiate this point in the correspondence between Muawiyah and Qais, their words turned harsh against each other. And in one of these correspondence, Qais says, or Muawiyah says about Qais, Al-Yahudi ibn al-Yahudi, you Jew, the son of a Jew. And when Qais responds to him, he says, Ya Wathani ibn al-Wathani, you pagan, the son of a pagan, who reluctantly entered into Islam and who voluntarily are leaving Islam. This is how these characters in Damascus were conducting themselves, whether it was vis-a-vis Iraq or whether it was vis-a-vis Misr, Egypt. What do? We ask. Imam Ali is in the middle of this. He realizes how his own public opinion now is scattered and no longer willing to fight the good fight. They were war-weary. They were combat-fatigued. Yet, this was the population that we had.